Hello, and welcome to the 204th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Bruckert, and I'm coming to you live here from Casa de Bruckert. We're going to be having another very good beer. Today we're going to be having from MIA Brewing Company the 305 Golden Ale. And MIA is out of Miami area. I think Doral is, I believe, where it is. But let's go ahead and get started. Now, they call this a golden ale, but in beer reviews, it falls under a Kolsch. And I think the reason that they consider it a Kolsch beer is because they use a yeast that is specific to Cologne, Germany, the home of the Kolsch. So they use a yeast strand from Cologne, along with a special single hop when they make it. It's called the Sriracha Ace hops, which is, we'll talk a little bit about the Sriracha Ace hops. But it's a special hop that gives you, tends to lend to like more of like a lemony, grassy, earthy type flavor. You might even get some like cilantro, dill, maybe even orange out of this specific type of hops. They say it's like a cross between a couple of different other hops like Brewer's Gold and the other one was Saz. That's it. I couldn't think of the name of it. But anyway, it's been a while since I've had one of these. This is not my first time having it, so I'm not going to lie to you. But it has been a while. You do see that we got a nice head there. It dissipated pretty quickly, but there's still good carbonation coming up through the beer. Nice golden color. So as far as a golden ale, you're getting a beautiful golden ale color. I wish it had a little bit more head on it, but it could be that this beer just might have been around for a while. I'm not really sure, but the head did dissipate pretty quickly. Okay, now 305. That's also, I believe, the area code down there where the brewery is. So let's go ahead and smell it and let's talk about it. The beer clocks in at 5% alcohol by volume. It's rated 81 out of 100, which makes it a good beer. So let's smell. So if you read the description of the type of hops that they use and you smell this, it's exact, okay? A lemony type smell with a like grassy, earthy type flavor to it with some spices, but I can definitely almost smell, I don't know about cilantro, but there's something in there. I don't think it could be a little bit of dill smell. It's definitely not pronounced if it is, but it's some kind of like grassy kind of, but you definitely do pick up the lemon. Okay, so let's waste no time. Let's go ahead and dig into this beer. We'll talk about the beer and go from there. Okay, so just like the smell, the flavor comes through. You do get I do get a Kolsch style flavor. I'm sure that's from the yeast that they're using. So it kind of reminds me of a Kolsch versus more of like a golden ale or a blonde. Very light, very refreshing, but it does have that lemony from the hops that they're getting from that hops that are using, the lemon, the grassy type flavor. So it's really just, it's a beautiful beer. I don't know why I haven't had this in such a long time. I think for a while, MIA was putting out so many beers and I was loving a lot of the beers. I still, just on a regular basis, drink some Tourist Trap. But I think this one just got put into the back burner. I never really even thought about it. because I drink tend to drink the Belgian style, the tourist trap. Matter of fact, I had one yesterday. But this is a beautiful beer. And as we've talked about before, with the Kolsch beer, the problem with the Kolsch beers is a lot of the Kolsch beers that they produce in Germany and Cologne, by the time they get here and they sit on somebody's shelf or wherever it might be, it's hard to get a fresh Kolsch. As to where when you're in Cologne, they do the hand pump it and it's just absolutely delicious. But this is nice. It's not a true, I still don't think it's, particularly an exact Kolsch. And I think that's why they call it a golden ale and not a Kolsch. But it's delicious. And it reminds me of a Kolsch, so. Very refreshing. It's light, but it still has a lot of flavor. And I think that's what you're getting from the combination of that yeast that they're using, but also those hops are giving it that lemon, grassy, herby type taste to it. So yeah, I like it. It's definitely one that you could sit around and drink on a hot summer day, or you don't have to, because it's kind of it's got a lot of flavor. It's light. It's kind of a weird thing to say. It's light, but it's got a lot of flavor. It's got a lot of light flavors, if that makes any sense. So the lemony kind of makes it a light flavor. The grassy, herby type taste, that's real light. Nothing like overpronounced in the beer to where it like super stands out. It just kind of blends together very well. So oh yeah, definitely gonna have to get back and get some more, because this is just a very enjoyable beer without being too over hopped or over this or over that. It's just a nice, smooth, easy drinking beer, and I think I would recommend it. So check out MIA. MIA makes a lot of great beers, and we're actually going to be doing some more reviews on some more MIA beers that I picked up here recently. So keep an eye out for them, because they do make good beers. And we've done reviews on MIA in the past with the Tourist Trap. I'm not sure if we've done any other ones, but I don't think so. So we're going to be doing, I've picked up several of them so we can kind of go through their different beers and check them out. So make sure you check out MIA if you get a chance, if you're in Miami, or if you just see any of the MIA products, make sure you grab them, because they're all the ones I've had have been pretty solid beers, definitely solid beers. So if you've enjoyed this, make sure you tell your friends, and make sure they tell their friends about Beer Issues and how much fun we're having talking about great beer and drinking great beer. If you want any cool Beer Issues gear, go to shop.beerissues.com. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.